Why do girls text you saying they miss you, then ignore you when you answer?
Just trolling you, see how you respond, testing you. She could be being passive aggressive. Maybe other things are not going well in the relationship. But if it's somebody you just started dating, or you've been dating a few weeks and she asks how you are and you respond a little while later and then you ask her a question and you hear nothing and like until the next day or whatever, it means her interest and her level of respect is not that high. And oftentimes girls will do that just to see how you respond, because usually guys that are needy and neurotic and insecure and that lack confidence, they just blow their top after that and communicate that they're getting upset, that they're getting butthurt. They get mad, they get angry. They start trying to use logic and reason to get her to comply. They complain, they whine.
It's like, oh, what are you doing? Huh? What, like,
Why haven't you responded? Why did you wait till the next day to respond? I don't understand. I sent you my message like within 5 minutes of getting yours. Then you don't reply for 24 hours? What is up with that? It just shows they're upset.
What do you miss about me? And then it's like, oh, you don't text them back. It's like, that's a lame.
Why have you done that? Oh, I miss you. And then the guy says, what do you miss about me? And then you don't text him?
Yeah, so I'm like,
you didn't like the response. You were like, oh.
Come up with something else.
Really, yeah. Which probably your text game sucked. And that's what happened.
I was just like, nah.
The bottom line is there's a lack of enthusiasm in her reply. So that should tell you that her interest is probably way lower than you thought it was, and you should act accordingly. If she waits a whole day to text you back, then you wait a day to text her back. You match and mirror that. Treat her the same way. See what happens.
Yeah. The best thing is definitely just not losing.
Girls that really like you and have high interest are just not going to do that. Girls that don't give a shit, they'll wait 24 hours.
Yeah, they get so excited when they see you. Yeah, the girls that love you are like, oh, he texted me. They show all their friends. They try and like read into the text. They get all excited about it. But if she's just like, oh, he texted. Yeah.
And there's 5 other dudes that are texting her, and she doesn't text you back right away, and then she gets busy, and then just completely forgets that you text her, and she didn't respond. That happens to me sometimes. People will text me stuff or message me, and it'll be something that's like, I gotta go back and look at that later. And then because you already read the message, you say, you're like, oh shit. Well, I don't send read receipts. But,
yeah.
I mean, that's happened. Like my web guy. Like he sent me something at lunch today that are the new developers working on for me to look at, and I told him, oh yeah, when I get back this afternoon, I'll get in front of my computer, I'll take a look at it. And there's been plenty of times where he's sent me stuff like that in the middle of the day, and I got other things going on. It's like I don't have my computer, and since you already went through the message, it's like then you forget that you got to go back and follow up, and stuff like that. So those things are going to happen. The key is not to blow your top and get upset, because as soon as you communicate you're perturbed and you're upset, I mean you just lost. You just communicated that you can't handle not hearing from her for 24 hours or a few hours or whatever, and that's not a good look, because confident guys don't behave that way. Confident guys are just like, oh, she must be busy, maybe she's traveling, maybe she's in meetings, maybe she had 15 messages and I was just one of the messages, and when she got back home that night, she forgot that she was going to go back and reply. It's like those things happen. A guy that's got plenty of choices, plenty of options, and is used to women responding when they can, it's like he's not going to be bothered. And if a week goes by and he still hasn't heard from her, it's like, well, then obviously she's not that into it. And he's okay with it. He doesn't want to spend his time and his money on a girl that is really taking an abnormally long time to reply. He doesn't feel like he's somehow diminished if she's not super into him. He's just like, well, her enthusiasm is not high enough, so I'll just move on to the next.